Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you're having a lovely start to your work week. This is Caesar with Inspiring Movement. I want to wish each and every one of you a happy Valentine's Day. Today, we're going to look appropriately at the word romance. So, romance, by definition, is a feeling of excitement and mystery associated with love. So, how do we know when we're in a romantic relationship? Well, it's when we express love and dedication in a way that is intentional, it's deeply affectionate, and also unmistakable. What are some of the things that we can do to increase the spark of our romance and make sure that we're actually in a romantic relationship? What we can do is be more affectionate. So, how do you do that? Use words of affirmation, also do acts of service for your significant other, be more thoughtful, be attentive to your partner's needs, be present for them. Use small gestures of kindness and care that become additive and actually really have a major bearing on the relationship long term. Also, don't forget about big gestures. Wow them and surprise them with things that they're not expecting from you. These are all ways in which we can be more romantic with our partners. So, what are some of the travails of not being romantic in your relationship? Well, for one, you can create deep wedges, marital disputes. You can create emotional side effects, essentially, where your partner begins to feel a sense of insecurity, and in so doing, they no longer feel like they are emotionally or physically stimulating to you. And also, you can start a sense of a feeling not attractive enough for your partner. You can also deal with things like maybe second guessing whether they may have somebody else, possibly some infidelity or something like that. So there's a lot of wedges that come with not being in a romantic relationship long term. What are some of the things that we can do to make sure that we can maintain that? Well, one of them is to identify what is our primary and secondary love language and what is that of our partners as well. So things like words of affirmation, quality time, receiving gifts, maybe physical touch or acts of service. These are what are often deemed as the 5 primary love languages. And one of those 5 could also be our secondary love language. So when we identify what those things are for us and our partner, we can be better informed and make sure that we can actually live into a romantic relationship. As I reflect on the word romance, I can honestly say that it took me a very, very long time. I've been married for 22 years now with the same lady. And I can honestly say I didn't really know her primary nor secondary love languages for a large swath of that time. That alone has made a huge difference in my marriage because now I know that it's quality time and also physical touch, and my wife knows what those things are for me in acts of service as well as physical touch. That information alone can create huge benefits when it comes to intimacy and making sure that spark and flare of the romance is kept alive. So things like that are very informative, but more importantly, you have to do something about it. So what we do with this information once we've garnered it is extremely important because it takes that dedicated love to really stay in that committed love for the long term. Remember, there's 2 phases when it comes to love. There's the in love phase, which predominantly lasts about, if not months, at a maximum of 2 years. And then there's that committed love, which is past those 2 years when we really know our partner and really invest of ourselves to make sure that we lean in and give them the very best of us so that they in turn give us the very best of them. So these are some of my reflections when it comes to the word romance. I hope that you've enjoyed some of these reflections. Please tune in at www.inspiringmovement.com and check us out for further content. It's always an honor and privilege to service you. Thank you so much.